All right, hello. Today we're going to do a book report on the journey to heaven, counsels on the particular duties of every Christian by Saint Tikhon of Zadonsk, Bishop of Voronezh and Elitz. Now, I can't do the whole book because it's quite a bit, so I've got it here in this. I've written out several chapters, so ignore the laundry in the background that my kids haven't put away yet, and the messy project that my son's working on over there. Okay, so The Journey to Heaven by Saint Tikhon of Zadonsk, Chapter 1, Love of God. Quote, how can we not love God, end quote. He created us from nothing and provides our existence and all we need and free will. He chastises those whom he loves. Chapter 2, the signs of love for God. Quote, he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me, end quote. Another sign of love for God is being grateful and happy in God's loving providence and chastisement. Quote, taste and see that the Lord is good, end quote. Psalms 33:9. He rejects the world and its temptations that loves God, and quote, and besides thee, what have I desired upon earth, end quote. Psalm 72:25. Probably reading this too fast because some of these are really deep to think about. He is always mindful of God and his holy name. He does not abandon God when suffering temptations and struggles. He takes up his cross and follows Christ. He loves his neighbor as himself. Quote, God is love, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in him, end quote. 1 John 4:16. All good comes from God. Without God, there can be no true peace and love and joy. All good in you is from God. He is our eternal good and blessedness, and without him we suffer in this world and the next. Love God, the source of all the good that we know. All right. Obviously, I'm making very staccato bullet statements of what's in the book. I'm not actually summarizing it in short statements. But there's a whole lot more written there. Chapter 3, remember the love of God. Quote, everywhere and in every endeavor, remember the Lord your God and his holy love for us, end quote. Everything you encounter, use, do, be grateful to God for it. Icons are the physical image of God that was not possible before his incarnation, but now is, and that image and likeness may be reflected in his mother, the Theotokos, his saints and angels, and even us, if we purify ourselves and unite ourselves to him faithfully. The church is the temple of God, where we praise him as a group, and the chosen consecrated man of God, his bishop or priest, who prays for me, a sinner, and all the world. Every other person created in the image and likeness of God, I must love and seek to see that image and likeness of God, and treat as I wish to be treated. Even God's chastisement is out of love, and to help us grow in him. And so it is with our fellow man. Quote, whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, end quote. Hebrews 12:6. Be careful not to forget God when you go through your day, or you appear ungrateful to him for all that you have, because, quote, being forgetful is a clear sign of ingratitude, end quote. Quote, God is your creator, deliverer, supreme benefactor, and good provider, end quote. And also read Luke 1:68-69. Try to please God by doing what he says and not doing what he says not to do. Quote, without obedience, whatever a man may do is not pleasing to God, end quote. That's especially found in the church. So, that's all as far as I've gotten. That's 3 chapters. So I still got several chapters to go. So this is part 1, and I will hope to continue this. I haven't forgotten about the antique Bible. It's just that I've been very busy, and I did this while I was at work on my breaks, the antique Bible is so fragile. It's basically stuck in my basement, and I have to go to my basement to do those, and I don't spend a whole lot of time in my basement, so because I'm very busy. But I am going to get back to that. I haven't forgotten it. So pray for me, sinner. God bless. Over and out.